Well, I thought Kansas did what you're supposed to do on senior night, and that is compete and send the seniors out the right way. So give them credit for that. I thought they really did a great job on the glass, and that's the worst we've been beaten on the glass all year. And obviously, you're not going to beat a great team with that kind of rebounding deficit. So kudos to them for that. We got to get better in that area. And then I thought I was really proud of us to only have 3 turnovers. That was the positive, the bright spot. But obviously, shooting wise, wasn't our best display. Kansas deserves a lot of credit for that, and I think as we continue to get back and get our legs under us, hopefully we can shoot it better. 6 for 16, we haven't shot like that all year from the free throw line, and again, you got to make free throws if you want to win tough games.
All right, if you have a question for Coach Drew, please use the raise hand function, and I'll call on you individually. First up, John Warner with the Waco Tribune-Herald.
Scott, did y'all kind of expect them to go to McCormick a lot tonight?
Well, when they've won their games in the Big 12, he's had 15 or more points. So we did a really good job on him the first time. This time they did a better job getting him the ball, and we didn't do as good a job making it tough for them to get it to him. So 20 points is on cue when they usually win.
And Jonathan, he played, but limited minutes. I guess obviously is he still just trying to get his legs back under him?
Yeah, you sit for 21 days. It's hard to do much. So it's a process.
Okay, thanks.
Next question from CJ Moore with The Athletic.
Hey, Scott, what have you seen from McCormick this year in terms of how much he's improved? And can you recall maybe a guy making as big a jump from like beginning of year to now as he's made?
I think I'm sure there are guys that have made as big a jump, but let's give him credit for really helping Kansas, especially with the last 7, 8, 6 games that they've really been playing at a high level, and they've done a great job getting him the ball. But he really has done a great job in being strong, demanding it, being physical, finishing. I mean, 8 for 10 in a high level game, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He deserves a lot of credit for that. He's improved his passing as well.
Next question from Jason King with Signal 365.
What do you think the biggest ways that the 3-week pause has affected you guys? Is it energy, conditioning? Is it swagger? Is it just on-court chemistry? Or how would you describe it?
Well, I think, first of all, anyone that's had COVID would know that when you come back, you're probably not 100%. So that would probably entail people that had COVID. The people that didn't, that weren't able to practice or work out, then I would think that's rust and other areas of that. And then the last thing is it's a chemistry game. Just like football, you can work out with quarterbacks and running backs all you want until you work out with the line and the receivers, and the timing it's a timing game too. And then at the end of the day, you got to make shots, and normally when the legs go, it's hard to make threes, and we're 6 for 26. It's hard to make any shots for 6 for 6 from the free throw line. So that'll all come, and we'll get back to getting back into that rhythm. But again, I mean, 2 + 2 = 4, and a lot of people go on pauses, but they might not have people that have COVID. And if that's the case, if they're working out every day, they don't have snowstorms, they're practicing, their comeback time is a lot quicker than other teams. So I think every team goes through a different reason for a pause.
But mentally, though, I mean, do you still see that toughness and swagger in your guys? Has it kind of rattled them all?
No. Definitely think that our guys are I mean, we didn't quit, and when we had chances, I think it was down to 5 or 7, and I thought we were right there, and then they drew a foul, and I thought the game kind of that was the turning point as far as our comeback point.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Next question from Jerry Hill, Baylor Bear Insider.
Scott, Jared obviously had a rough night. He's had some great games against Kansas. Do you credit Marcus, or was this just an off night for Jared?
Well, first, you got to give credit to Marcus. Second, our staff, we got to do a better job putting him in better positions. And third, you're going to have nights where you don't shoot it well. And that was tonight.
Next question from Kendall Cout with our Daily Bears.
Scott, it seemed like Kansas defended the pick and roll a lot better than they did in Waco. What was kind of the difference in that set today?
Well, I think CJ stated this in his write-ups about McCormick coming up higher on the ball screen, and that's accurate. I think they've done a good job also in guys improving and getting better. And then the guys on the rotations are much crisper and cleaner. What you expect? I mean, we had 3 weeks where we got worse, and they had 3 weeks where they got better. So we gotta catch up.
And Scott, with how good you all have been at 3-point shooting all season, is that something you want to continue to do throughout the game, even if it's kind of struggling like it was tonight?
Oh well, I mean, we were the number one shooting team in the country, and we'll get back to that. But even Superman has kryptonite, and I guess COVID protocols is ours.
Next question from Kevin Longquist with SicEmSports.com.
Scott, getting back to Butler for a second too, but it seemed like every time, especially in the second half, when he caught the ball, he faced a double team, and one of those was McCormick on it, where he had to give it up pretty quickly there. Could you sense that was one of the adjustments that Bill made on him?
Well, the one thing is they're putting two on the ball, a lot more on ball screens by having the big be up higher. But I thought with Jared, they even had 3. They did a great job of Jared Butler awareness, and we didn't do a good enough job putting him in position where we could pass out of that and hurt him with buckets.
Were you surprised, Scott, just how vast the difference was in the rebounding war? I mean, it seemed like every loose ball, and even on just some garbage rebounds that Kansas was able to get that. Were you surprised, though, how wide that margin was?
Yeah, I'll be honest. That was 2 things really surprised me. 1, 3 turnovers for us, because anytime you go on the road against any quality team, and Kansas had the number 2 defense in the conference coming in, but to have 3 turnovers, that's remarkable for us. And then the second thing was the rebounding margin, 48-28.
This question from Andrew Miner with Bears Illustrated.
Yeah, Coach, you guys were fighting back from behind the whole game. I was just kind of curious what your thoughts were on your players' body language, good, bad, or indifferent, throughout the course of the game.
Well, you're gonna have better body language hopefully when you're up, but you don't want bad body language when you're down. And I felt like we stayed together. I know I got frustrated at different parts of the game, but wasn't necessarily with us. It was with other things going on in the game. But I thought the guys competed, stayed together, and I mean, if you're not locked in like this, we wouldn't have had a chance down the stretch. And again, when I mean the chances, I thought whatever it was at 5 or 7 points, I thought there was a foul on Maceo, and I thought at that point kind of our run subsided. But up to that point, I mean, I thought we were right there, and we made runs, they made runs, and we know it's college basketball. I mean, 19-point deficits in the Big 12 get erased all the time.
And the league is so deep and it's been well documented, but the last 3 games that you guys have, how do you refocus the team on, the next game for West Virginia and then beyond Oklahoma State, Texas Tech?
Oh, well, I mean, we're definitely, it's easy to focus after you haven't been able to do anything for 3 weeks, but it doesn't guarantee you're going to be successful either. So we'll be excited to play. We love the opportunity to be back on the court. Obviously, we enjoy winning more than losing, but so does the other team we're facing. So we'll continue to get better. And again, hopefully when we get back to where we were condition-wise, chemistry-wise, hopefully we'll be a fresher, better team on the back end of things.
At the end of the day, I mean, they came up here and they outplayed us in certain aspects of the game, and we lost.
You feel like you guys are still trying to get your legs under you? They had a big rebounding edge.
I feel like they out-toughed us on the glass. We lost the glass by 20. We got to be tougher than that. We just got to be better.
Okay, thank you.
Next question from Kevin Longquist with SicEmSports.com.
Yeah, Maceo, I mean, David McCormick was such a non-factor against you guys down in Waco last month, and he got going real fast. How much of an impact was that for you guys tonight to deal with him?
He did a great job finishing around the rim. He probably went probably 80%. I don't know what he finished with, how many rebounds, and anything like that, but it seemed like he played a pretty good game. And I feel like he was the difference tonight.
You know, and you guys, again, second straight game where you guys have not been able to get your points off of turnovers with live ball turnovers. Anything Kansas did offensively that kind of frustrated you that you could see that you can reflect on?
We got to see. We got to watch the film. It's too early to say that.
All right. Thank you.
Next question from Andrew Miner with Bears Illustrated.
Maceo, you had a sequence late in the second half where you hit back-to-back triples, and then you had the and one. Can you take me through what you were seeing at the defense over that stretch?
I think that was the one somebody drove. I was in the corner and I just hit one, so I said I was going to shoot it when the ball was in the air. Shot it. He hit me. I fell on the ground. That was pretty much it.
And what was the key for Kansas, being so effective on the offensive glass? Felt like they got a lot of second chance points. Was as simple as just needing to be tougher?
No, I think we're in a lot of rotations. Bigs, boxing out bigs with guards, and the guards only gonna win so many of those battles. So we got to do a better job at the stand in front of the ball. The guards do.
Thank you.
Next question from Kendall Kaut with Our Daily Bears.
Maceo, you all didn't shoot as well as you normally do from the perimeter. Do you feel like that was something Kansas did, or just you all missing some shots you normally make?
Missing shots. I mean, it happens. Over the course of the season, you're not gonna make whatever we shoot. I think we're shooting like 46 from three as a team. I don't really know, but I saw a stat saying something like that. Now you're not gonna shoot 46 every night.
Next question from Will Chambly with the Baylor Lariat.
Maceo, big game coming on Tuesday against West Virginia. What are you guys going to look to improve on going into that one?
We got to be ready to guard, rebound. That's pretty much it.